Welcome to Dice Legenz. Today's episode is called Dragons of the Ice Palace. Hey, if you're joining us for the very first time, it's great to have you with us. We're a D&D show from here in New Zealand. We're going to get right into our episode. You ready, guys?
So ready.
Tahiru Toru. In front of you, or frozen in time, a huge gold dragon, coiled, being held by the throat by a giant, as in a giant. In its hand, a huge axe, ready to strike. Below their feet, a red dragon, similarly frozen in time with this gaping wound going down its chest, blood shimmering in the light, but also frozen in time. Clutched in the red dragon's arms, an egg, golden, cracked. Around them and above them, frozen in time snowflakes, catching the light that's coming from above. And right above them, in a sphere, it's like as your gaze moves up through the snowflakes, they become thicker and thicker and thicker until there's this blanket over an orb, a hemisphere around them. And to your side, there is the ghostly figure of Ruba. Elven.
Yes.
Woman, shaved head, bold necklace of pearls around her. That is where we left off.
Yeah.
Ruba?
Yeah.
Ruba. And we're on. Go for it.
Nagiisa is taking in the scene. She looks to everyone around her. I think she's also puffed because we've just been running/flying to get here. And she's looking at the egg the most, and she wants to see if she can see, like, is the crack like just a line, or is it like there's a slight hole there?
There are very few times when I carry over rolls from the previous episode, but this is in fact the first time ever.
Cool.
At the very end of last episode, Nagiisa and Winston both got incredibly good perception rolls.
Thank goodness.
Nagiisa
Go
got
us.
a 17, and Winston got a nat 20.
Classic Winston.
Such a Winston thing to do.
You have seen eggs hatch before.
I know. Yeah.
That is what is happening. That is the crack.
It's not like a broken, like
No.
someone dropped it. It's, I'm about to come out.
The single, like when they crack a single point, and then the crack lines emanate from there, and then the shell break. That is what you see in front of you.
Okay.
Is this dragon hatching?
Yes, I think it is a delivery of sorts.
I'm gonna clamber up next to the egg, and I'm not gonna touch it.
As you move towards it, he just slows down.
Oh.
As you enter the hemisphere, wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Okay. Whiz save. Whiz. 15.
And your steps suddenly like you're moving through molasses or something very thick and viscous.
Yeah.
The very air stops, and you see the hairs on your arms start to gray.
Oh. No.
And all around you, he just suddenly stops mid-air, mid-step.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
Winston, come back. It's not good for your skin.
He cannot come back. He has failed his saving throw.
With 15.
He's dead.
Oh,
Hey.
is any part of him like outside of where this force?
Started walking into it.
Okay. Are we able to like grab?
Grab like his back leg.
And you try to.
Yeah.
Seize him.
All together.
Winston, you have
Whoa.
aged. Roll a 10-sided die.
Oh, brother.
Oh. 10.
10 years.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
I'm an elf.
Yeah.
Ten is like what?
Okay.
Drop in the water.
Yeah.
Goodness, don't go in there.
Oh no.
Uh,
Does this 10-year older Winston look different? Or is he like the same? Pretty
he's
much what we-
he's more distinguished.
Even more?
Even more
Oh
distinguished.
my goodness.
He's got like a couple hairs
Oh.
on his temples have turned silver. Like, oh, I'm a bit of a silver fox now.
Yes.
Oh.
So what does that mean? That means that this thing that's happening in front of us is real? It's just happening in slow time?
Very, very slow time.
It appears there's some kind of chronomancy going on in this orb.
All right. Okay.
Do you think the egg is what Kesh wants?
Right.
I think it might be.
Did you say, sorry, Raylan talked to DM, not Nagiisa. Did you say it was a gold and red dragons in there, or what was it?
The gold dragon swirling around, being held by the neck by a giant, a blue-skinned giant with a big axe,
And then on the ground,
and on the ground,
a red dragon.
grievously wounded by a single
Gash.
huge gash.
Nagiisa goes, wasn't there something in the poem about red and gold mingling?
Yeah, that's right.
Is this the mingling?
The baby,
Oh,
the child.
Oh, they mingled.
Yeah, I guess so. Is this why Kesh turned back? Because he couldn't get through this time magic thing that we're talking about?
I guess so.
Maybe he is trying to find something that can break this.
Get out the crystal. The crystals.
Oh, okay. I take out amber crystal and was it fully? What was it?
The other
The color.
Was it black?
Yeah, the black. I
Might have
think?
been blue.
Yeah, this-
Blue. There we go.
Yeah.
Yellow and blue.
Yeah.
And they make green, right?
So what do you do? What do you do? Tell me exactly what you
Okay,
do.
I take it out. Is there any light coming from anywhere?
Okay. So
I think you got it.
I said there's some light in
Yeah.
this area, and I said there's light
From
coming
the
from
top, right?
From the top, the very top of the snow. I said there's really thick snow. It's kind of being illuminated by something. Shaft of light is hitting it, but you can't see it because the snow has built up.
Yeah.
Right? So it looks like there's a hole above. That light is coming down, but you can't see that hole because the snow is so thick above, the accumulated snow is above this thing. That's what you see. So what are you doing with these two crystals?
Well, I would like to hold it up to that light, but if we can't really see the source of it,
How
I
far-
would want to get rid of the snow first.
Yeah. How far away is the compacted snow?
Okay, the compacted snow reaches to the top, the roof of the building. Ruba, this ghostly figure, says, "You have two of the stones."
Yes,
That's right.
we have been looking for these.
You've collected two of them.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps I have made a grievous error then.
Yeah.
No, you
That's
did.
better.
Told you
no.
so.
What? No,
Yeah.
it was right to let us in here and to see. This is
No. She's about to admit that she should have underestimated us.
Oh,
And I perhaps should not have allowed Kesh. My name is Ruba. I am an ancient dragon rider.
Oh.
Hello, Ruba.
And she points to the gold dragon and says, the Khan and I were companions. She points to the very edge of the circle, the hemisphere of frozen time. And you can see there are just some very faint footprints in it, in the snow. And she said, I was trapped on the very edge of the enchantment. And after thousands of years, slowly made my way out.
Wow.
Oh.
And under the bidding of my companion, she says, pointing to the great golden dragon, I began a quest to undo this enchantment.
Who did this enchantment?
She points to the red dragon, and she said, all looked like it was lost. The giants were coming. There are more. She points beyond the hemisphere, deeper into the cave system that you're in. There are more in there. They were coming. There was nothing that could be done. So she, pointing to the red dragon, a creature of magic, of unimaginable power, in desperation, channeled arcane forces and said two words laced with magic. Sorry, three words. Stop the giants. And in that moment, here and around every other giant, time stopped. And so they have been trapped in it, as have all the giants.
Oh, that explains the giants that we saw underneath that black ice or obsidian.
And the ones in Ashiko's cave.
Yeah. Wow. That is some powerful magic. But what do these have to do with it? She holds up the crystals.
She says, hold them end on end.
She does so.
The blue and the yellow. And as they connect, it's not like some kind of magic burst or anything like that, but as they connect, like all of the yellow and the blue color spectrum in the room gets funneled. You remember how when you just had the yellow one, it kind of sent like a cat laser in front? It now funnels all of the blue and yellow light in the room, far more powerful, amplified, and this green light. And she says, all is needed is the red crystal
Red.
and the one up there,
Oh.
pointing to where the light is.
Is this
That light, so powerful, she points to the two dragons. Dragons are creatures of light. Only this powerful light will be able to hatch this egg.
So is that a good thing or not? Do we want to hatch this egg? If we do this, then does that mean all the giants will thaw and suddenly the war is back on?
That is what it means. But also, she says, the dragons are dying. They're fading from this world. This child is their chance. And also, although we were at war with the giants, it was no one's wish to suddenly stop the lives of an entire species.
That might be how Kish is getting the power over the dragons at the moment.
Ah,
He wants He's telling the dragons that he knows where this egg is and he will get it. Meaning that the other dragons will follow him because he knows where this is. If we get this egg, the dragons don't need to be loyal to Kesh no more.
Except Kesh was here before you.
Yeah. What did he do when he was here?
And she said, it had been so long. I am mortal, and in a moment of weakness, when he arrived, I allowed him to bond with the egg.
What does this mean, bond with an egg?
Do I know, like, because of my experience with animals, do I know how that kind of happens, or if it's the same type of bonding? I guess.
Is it anything to do with the fact that he's a dragon rider?
He is now that he's bonded with it.
Right.
So to the dragons, he is he is their savior.
Right.
Can't you just unbond it?
Bonding with young creatures when they are born it's like when you remember, do you know ducklings? Sometimes when they are born and their mama is not around, if you are the first thing that they see, they will always follow you. Is it like that?
So, if it is possible that when the egg is hatched, if it is someone other than Kesh, I don't know what will happen. The magical bond has been formed.
Right.
But when the egg is hatched, perhaps.
So, I suppose we take a gamble. If the magical bond is already formed with Kesh, and we open the egg by finding the crystals, and the dragon is already bonded with Kesh, then it is all over. It is finished, and there is also giants. Or we get rid of the crystals, the only way that Kesh can hatch the egg, but then the dragons are dead.
I feel like there should be a third option there, but I cannot form it in my head right now.
Well, this is why it is a gamble, I suppose. We could find the crystals and try and open the egg and hope that it is similar to a duckling. And the first thing it sees it will bond with. But this may not be true.
So we try and get rid of Kesh?
This is option 3.
But I know he's a terrible man, but there must be something else. Sorry, I apologize. I am hungry.
It's all right.
It's okay.
I get a ration and give it to
It maybe wasn't as loud as you thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, all roads lead to a confrontation with Kesh, whatever the case may be. Whatever we decide here, we're still going to need to take out the big guy.
Yeah.
He's always going to try and persecute this war.
Well, I feel like we can't go to Kesh immediately because he still has power over the dragons, but here we have a bit of a chance to, I don't know, displace his power somehow if we take the gamble with this egg. The other option, we have more, is if this baby dragon does not bond with the first person it sees, like a duckling, we kill it.
Okay. All around you,
Kill?
all around you, the ice of the caves, sharp crystals start to form. As Ruba's hands turn into fists, and they start all around you, they start moving, turning the entire interior of this cavern full of icy spikes that are growing towards you.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ruba, is this you? What's going on?
I will protect
We haven't done anything yet, Ruba. Chill out, man.
Frank was surprised that Cerci said it, but it saved him from having to, you know? So he watches Cerci, watches this woman's reaction, and he takes it all down in his mental notebook.
Excuse me, Miss Ruba. Winston Garbage at your service. I think you need to take a look at the spectre in the mirror because, in fact, it was you who gave this maniacal warlord his power over the dragons. So maybe chill out with these spikies, please.
She actually hangs her head in actual shame and embarrassment and says,
Wow.
I admit I was far too hasty in my desperation to be free of this curse. He was the first to have appeared to have passed tests single-handedly. A warrior of his ability had not come for thousands of years.
Of course, I do not mean to judge. I myself have made a great many mistakes in my life. It may be worth mentioning, this is a complete aside, but we came across a giant city. Yes, a giant city. Inside this giant city, there is many lots of giants trapped in obsidian inside the cavern. Inside this cavern is what do you say? What is this? A pillar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
with,
sure.
With the etchings on
With
it.
etchings, it is carved something prophetic. The four of us riding dragons. So, you yourself are a dragon rider, yes? It would seem that fate has a plan for us to also become dragon riders.
Then let me complete the testing, the challenging process, to see if you are truly worthy.
Oh, okay.
There's a process, a test? Is it?
You've passed 2 of the challenges.
2?
Oh, right.
The challenge of the test of strength and the test of speed.
Was there not one
There
before
was
that?
another one. There was the one about
I get the feeling she was kind of just messing with us.
that one.
The kiwi fruit one?
the kiwi.
That was the test
was
of
a
strength.
strength.
Oh.
The one where I became a dragon.
I
Oh,
thought
the
we started
loyalty
fighting.
one?
Oh, and loyalty, the test of loyalty, there was 3. Loyalty, speed, and strength. That is right. And if you truly are, or one of amongst you truly are worthy, I have gifts.
Oh. I will do whatever the team thinks, but I think maybe if there's one more test to see if we are potentially dragon riders, maybe we should give it a little try.
I am curious about it. The the pictures. Sorry, I will eat something more. The pictures on that pillar keep me up at night sometimes, because I cannot tell if it's supposed to be fiction or a fact. But I am curious.
They are among the giants. Not all of them were bloodthirsty, war-hungry. Some of them, some that lived deep in the mountains, were seers of great power. If you came across a city of them, if you found their city, then that is probably who you saw.
Right. Okay, so if we do this test and we are proved worthy, you're going to give us gift, you say?
I gave Kesh 1 gift. I will give you a gift as well.
What gift did you give him?
I gave him a ring. A ring able to detect and find the presence of giants.
Oh,
Whoa.
Kish always had this ring on him.
yes.
Yeah. Frank's trying to, summon it to memory.
Can we quickly pause
Pause.
and jump to a side?
Yes.
Is Ruba the tomb beneath the monastery?
I think I realized that.
Tomb? just like for all the lore masters out there.
Yeah.
Because Ruba rings a bell, but I can't remember if it's
I wrote it
Winston
down.
or.
Is it
Ruba brought the scroll.
And Kesh was
the-
playing around with his ring when he was in the
Yeah.
monastery.
Yeah.
I'll forget.
It
Winston.
all
No.
links together. Oh my goodness!
And it's just this moment like, wait a second.
Dice Legenz cinematic universe.
Hey, Winston, buddy, are you?
Oh, goodness. Oh, no, I was having a flash from a previous life, I think.
Oh, okay. Is that one of you? Yeah. Okay, Ruba. We're in. We'll do your test. We'll prove ourselves, and we'll get some gifts, and then anything to make us equal to Kesh's strength, the better.
Okay.
And also, I should also mention that we, as far as strategy goes, we are 3 steps ahead of Kesh. We have also found the egg. We have 2 of the 4 crystals required. I think that is something worth remembering.
Yeah, right. We've done a lot, and we can do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then follow me, she says. And she leads you out of this room. Can all of you please make a charisma, basically a charisma saving throw? Although it's nothing dangerous or anything like that, I just want to test something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I need that too.
Yeah, you have that.
Nope.
I got the Riz. Natural 20 plus 4.
Natural 20 plus 9.
Oh!
I
How is
have.
your charisma modifier 9?
No, with a saving throw. For
Saving-
saving throw.
Plus 8. 20.
I got a 2 and then -1 charisma.
I got a 3 and a plus 0.
You know what? One of the things I love, just as an aside, is I think that you guys play your characters with those charisma modifiers.
Yeah.
Because I think Nagiisa, she's endearing, but she doesn't inspire confidence, does she?
Nope.
No.
And Frank is just abrasive, but he does inspire confidence, right? So he kind of balances out.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating.
Yeah. And then there's us 2.
Yeah. But you guys are both charming in different ways.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's
Force
cool.
of
The
personality.
spectrum of charm.
Yeah.
Life, death.
Yeah.
Anti-charisma.
I
You've gone so low, you've looked back
look-
around.
Exactly.
This is a question though. Do we have to do the trial right now, or is it time sensitive? or-
She's walking away. Says, "Follow me."
I'm just remembering that this
Oh,
is
okay, she says, "You wish to wait? You wish to pause?"
well. Those trials took a lot out of me, and I'm just remembering that it's still the same 24 hours.
You want to take 30?
Even 30 is fine.
You wish to rest.
Please.
Okay, let us rest.
At least I can wild shape again.
Why do we have to charisma save?
I'll talk to you about
Okay.
that right now. Let's talk about that right now, shall we?
I will
As you're
not
resting.
cheat.
Okay, as you're resting,
Oh, nice.
Winston, Cerci, you're resting
Uh-oh.
in the presence of this just monstrous vision of this coiling golden dragon, the giant and the red dragon, the egg, and you're resting in the presence. And both of you feel a probing presence, a gentle probing presence in your mind. And it speaks just kind of, and both of you kind of are able to hear. These are like your radio is attuned to the frequency. Yeah. You guys.
It's looping and it's in French.
And you're this
Previously.
and the voice says, "Who has come to my cave, to my palace?"
My name is Cerci.
Greetings and celebrations to you, voice. I am Winston Garbage.
Why are you in my cave, in my palace?
We are here to ultimately stop a war happening in our world.
Yes, we have come to seek assistance against a maniacal warlord named Kesh, who I think means to harm the dragons
And people.
and people.
Yes.
So we have come to try and stop him.
And then the presence leaves your minds. And you're not aware of it any longer.
Were they speaking out loud that we could hear them?
I don't know, were you guys speaking out loud? So you could,
Winston was.
Yeah, Cerci might also was.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
You know, a voice just came into, I'm assuming, both of our minds.
Yes?
Yes.
A voice.
Yes, sorry.
A voice. Oh. Yeah. A voice.
Are you right?
Yeah.
Some kind of voice, yes.
Yeah.
Do you think I said the right thing?
I
Do you
think,
think that was the giant or a dragon?
I don't know, but I mean, you said the truth, which is,
Yes.
I guess, ultimately the best thing to do in the moment.
That's what my mother always told me.
Your mother told you to tell the truth?
Oh, you
Well,
have a mother.
not anymore.
Oh,
Oh, sorry to hear.
I'm sorry. Me too.
We all die. Anyway,
Ruba says, have you rested enough?
Yeah. We have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Good enough.
Yeah.
I'm fine now.
She leads you.
Just gonna do one thing, just getting sorcery points so I can get a second level spell back. At least one.
do you get anything back from a short rest?
Oh.
I know.
I just get my wild
But-
shape back. And I need that at least.
But I'm full health, so I'm alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
She leads you back. She leads you into the rock of this hillside, this mountain that you're in. Broad corridors. They're nothing smooth or beautifully shaped like the ones of the giant homes. They're rough, crude, broad. You head down the stone, it goes down some broad stairs. There's a Y intersection, and you can see on the left, frozen in time, a number of giants, mid-stride, weapons held, scowls on their face, running. They've been stopped mid-run, running towards where you currently are and towards where the other dragons frozen in time are. She doesn't lead you down that corridor. Instead, she leads you to the right, where there is a square room in front of you. Natural walls all around it. There is a small raised platform in the midst of the room. She points into the room. This is where your challenge is.
Oh, this seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Frank's casting his eyes around the room. It's like, okay. Is there a name for this test? The test of perceptionizing, heroism, improvisation.
Let us see if you survive the test first.
Then tell us what it's called.
Yeah, we find out the name after the test. Okay.
Yes, you find the
That's
name.
the gift.
The gift of hindsight.
You find out the name afterwards.
Alright.
Oh, wouldn't it be funny if it was like the test of preparedness? And now I incite her. I audition a few names and see if she reacts.
Okay, what are they? What are they?
I'm like, preparedness, stealthiness, teamwork. I'll do 2 more. Friendship and perseverance.
Insight away. Go
Does she
ahead.
respond to any of those? Don't do that. Okay.
Don't tell me.
21.
Okay, she is unmoved.
Okay.
I don't think it was any of them.
Okay. Winston moves to the central pillar, or central plinth,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Oh, I think I've done this test before. Strength, speed, loyalty. It's the test of love."
And you do an insight roll.
And so do I. I want you to
Insight.
Can we all?
15.
8.
I say, I am, my friends, I am very scared because what if it is the test of sacrifice? Oh, yes. 21. She sways a little bit.
She looks at you and goes, "All must die. One must die, or all must die."
Interesting.
And instantly,
What?
from the
I didn't want to be right, but guys.
No.
Done this.
Wait, no, I was joking.
Right. Well, now we know what it is. So, who wants to give himself up?
I will do it.
No, not you. I'll do it.
Yeah, no.
All of you, shut up. I'll do it.
No.
No princesses sacrificing themselves. Hold on. And then
initiative.
Frank.
Oh, okay.
Someone on behalf of your team. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
I don't have a good one.
Oh, you have better. Do you deal
I'm
with
the best one for initiative 15.
15, 18. They lumber
I
forward.
know. My pants fall down. Oh no.
Frank, we need to get you a belt.
Jeez.
Okay. And they
He returned them because
they're back.
Also, I'm just checking. Do we need to do an episode intro? The thing before we go on.
welcome to Dice Legends. Great to have you with us. Give me 5.
There we go.
Thank you for saving my butt. Welcome to Dice Legends. That was the longest intro to our episode ever.
Got too into it.
I totally
And
did.
fair enough.
Yeah. It's nice to have you with us. If you're joining Dice Legends for the very first time, thank you. Please hit us with a follow, hit us with a subscribe. We wouldn't be able to make this show without Truby's excellent memory and without the participation of these wonderful companies that sponsor us.
D&D, you know that I love you so much, but you have to understand how into it I am right now in this process. So I'm gonna be really quick with you. So they have RPG and other TTB RPGs, books like D&D. They've got plushies. They've got Magic the Gathering cards. They've got minis and miniature paints for you to paint and play with. They've also got board games if you're a beginner nerd and you want to start somewhere. Usually you start at board games. And we have a 10% discount with BD&D. So use our code Dice Legends with an NZ at the end to get a 10% off for anything you've purchased at that store. And I also believe they have a Kickstarter starting soon.
Yeah.
With
2.5 weeks, their Kickstarter starts.
Yes. What was that again? That was a bit.
It's an amazing book called It All Started With a Name, which is it's a huge tool for dungeon masters to be able to create adventures on the fly.
Fantastic.
Raylene has used their first book. It all started in a tavern.
Nice.
Yeah.
Truby's used it as well. You know, so we've used it, and they've got it's an upgraded book. Anyway,
It's
that's
so
enough.
cool. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. So check that out and let BD&D know that we love them by using our promo code.
Yeah, and whether it is your first set of dice or your 100th set of dice, I would suggest, I'm using suggestion on you, to go to D20 Collective and buy a couple of their sets because they are beautiful. Well,
You can't keep using spells on people. You know what happens last time.
Who are you, Nagiisa?
But yes, D20 Collective, they have a wide range of beautifully crafted dice. There's some metal dice, there's acrylic dice. It is September now, so I'm assuming that they've got their September dice out for display. So check those out, and if you want a discount, then you put in Kiwi Legends into the voucher code box. Get yourself them sick dice with a sick discount. Yeah.
All right, team. So you've got all your nerdy collectibles. Now you need a place to store the world setting for your campaign. Be that for TTRPGs like D&D, or maybe you're just a writer. You're gonna hit up World Anvil. It is the ultimate place to do so. You can use their article leaking features. You can make interactive maps. You can make rollable tables. You can make player handouts. I love me printing out a nice crisp player handout, handing it to my players and watching their imaginations come alive. Honestly, I do. There's nothing better. If you want to see World Anvil in action, you can watch Vahid use it tomorrow. You can take my word for it. I love using World Anvil, so check it out. And if you haven't checked it out in a wee while, you should go have a wee look again, because they've totally revamped their look, and I think they've done a really good job of it. They've really made it concise and even more user-friendly. So yeah, check out our friends World Anvil.
Bam. And play time. Whoa, Speed Racer, where's the fire? Let's slow it right down.
Whoa.
Because I want to thank our patrons. It is not without your assistance that we wouldn't be able to do all of this cool stuff. Do some cool storytelling with y'all. If you haven't already, go check out patreon.com. It's free to sign up. And there are 3 simple tiers, each tier getting you closer to the creative heart of our awesome little show.
Oh, not James's heart.
And also, but also,
also James's heart.
Closer to my heart. No, that's my heart. Wait, it's my heart. I wasn't doing it.
Okay.
Just watch it.
All right.
So yeah, thank you to our patrons. Check a look. It's a great time.
Love it. Love it. Last thing to say is. Kickstarter.
Yes!
We've got a Kickstarter. The Bards of Aratai. In the town of Aratai, the grand walled city of Aratai. We're making a new YouTube series. 12 episodes here. We've already done all the principal filming. Hit up our Kickstarter to back us. You'll get a cool campaign setting book. You'll get your name and the credits, and there are ways of connecting with our cast like never before. We're getting more and more people every day. Every day we're getting new people joining the pre-launch. Hit up the link. Join the pre-launch. It launches in only 11 days.
11 days.
11 days.
Vahid, is it too late to add like a stretch goal for how to create a kobold band?
Oh,
For
wow.
bards?
That's a fascinating idea. That's a really fascinating idea.
We experimented with it last week.
Yeah. So, join the Bards of Aratai.
Wow, that's the timing.
Okay, great. I think we're gonna get into it, right?
Sounds great.
I'm gonna go back to action.
Sacrifice time.
Sacrifice.
I'm so glad you got it.
I'm scared.
I'm sad that it's
that.
sacrifice.
I am very sad. But I was like, oh, I think Vahid's feeling evil today.
Yeah.
Enough talk.
Oh,
They won the initiative.
I put my pants up.
They won the initiative.
Yes.
3 lumbering ice creatures.
Ew.
The kind that you have seen her control before.
Yeah.
Burst forth out of the icy floor. They look around and they attack.
Oi.
Ay, ay, ay.
What are you doing?
Are you alright?
Sorry.
you want B? Is that what you're saying? Sorry.
Without doing any brand they attack. They move forward.
Sorry. I was like,
Okay, actually no, the first one sends a, number 1, lines itself up and sends a line of ice that will hit Frank, Cerci, and
Cool.
Terry.
and Terry.
Not Terry.
Oh,
of
now, and Ruba.
And Ruba. All of you guys make dexterity saving throws as ice spikes just erupt underneath your feet.
Not hit me. I'm
11.
plinth.
Not you, buddy.
Yeah.
nor me.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
That's
you.
not good.
11.
Fail.
Oh, 14.
Fail.
Oh no, and Terry doesn't make it either.
You all failed?
Yeah.
23 hit points damage.
Ow! As the ice rushes over me, it collects on my white dragon armor and I only take half the damage. Yes.
The next
love it.
one
Good.
lumbers up to Nagiisa.
Okay.
Ice swords appear in its hand, and it goes
Okay.
2 attacks. I
Oh my god, it's Revenge of the Icemen.
They're gonna get you guys back.
Oh my
The
gosh.
humiliation.
And I can't conjure an elemental again.
Oh dear.
17 and 14. Do either of those hit you?
Yeah, both hit me. That 14, yeah, that 14 hits me.
Okay, you ready for
Just.
this? Y'all ready for this? 14 for the first one and 11 for the next one. 25 hit points damage.
Ew.
And the last one goes lumbers over and does the ice line of ice
Oh.
for Winston
Oh.
and
Ooh.
Frank.
And Frank, no.
Make your dexterity saving
No,
throws.
Frank, not again.
Okay, dexterity again.
Save.
Oh yeah, 27.
Save.
It's like
So it's half.
Bomberman, you know?
You take half damage. 14. You both take only 7, except
Yeah, and now more ice gets added to my armor. So
yeah.
I have it
sick.
again.
and it's your turn, Frank.
Yeah, okay. I kind of just go, "Huh," and then all the ice just like breaks off me. And I roll backwards. Hiya! And it's awkward as that was. And I point my bow, which is still enchanted with fire. I
nice.
point it at this guy here, and I steady my breath. I overdraw my bow to take a -5 penalty, and I shoot at this dude.
Do it.
All right, here we go. That is 21.
You hit.
Yes! Okay, so here we go. We're adding on. Okay, so that is 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 10 because I overdrew my bow. That's 21 points of piercing damage.
Ouch!
And it is 1 point of fire damage.
All right, well, which is doubled.
To 2! Woo! I draw my bow and shoot again.
Do it.
Alrighty, same penalty, and it is a it is a 12, but I'm going to use inspiration. I have 2 inspiration this episode because you gave
I
me.
gave everyone.
You gave me.
I gave you one.
You gave me a special one, so I'm gonna
boo.
do that, and it's a 12.
Okay, that's you done.
Yeah. Oh no. Terry Boy flies in. He goes, "Ow, my butt! You froze me!" And then he flies in and he stabs. And he goes like this. 15.
No.
He misses.
Misses.
And he's sad. Terry goes where, and tears come out of his face.
Winston looks back at Ruba, just a quick little glance, and then looks at Nagiisa and goes, and leaps onto the plinth. He goes, and then the hilt of his blade is like, he goes, like, goes through him.
Oh my god, he's
Okay, do damage to yourself, critical damage.
A critical damage.
Right? Surely.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Surely that's
Yeah.
a crit, right?
Oh my god.
7, 12, 15, plus 8, 23.
You take 23 hit points
Oh.
damage.
Oh my gosh.
23. And then on my bonus action, I can attack again.
Oh my goodness.
What are you?
And so he's going to go
Ow! Jesus!
tear out the sword out from his side. That will be another crit.
Yeah.
6, 7, 10, 14 plus 8 is
22.
But what he's actually doing is casting major image as he leaps over and hides. And that's what they see is and he collapses on the plinth.
Oh, that is badass.
So cool.
Okay.
Whoa.
Traumatized.
Not
but
gonna
so
lie.
cool.
Major fake
He
out.
got us in the
Major
first
fake
half.
well, trying
Yeah.
to might be above this little trick.
What if it's...
Wow. Okay, cool. Nagiisa.
Nagiisa sees that and she screams. I think she probably still thinks that it's Winston for real. But she'll look at the creature in front of her, and she'll make eye contact with it and point her staff with a smiley face facing to it. And her eyes will brighten and she casts polymorph.
Oh, baby! I love it.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
These guys don't get anything good for their
I
wisdom.
love it when you
Please.
polymorph.
What are you changing it into?
A worm.
Which one?
Of course you do.
That one right in front of me.
Great. Let me make a worm.
I forgot what I was doing.
Okay.
Oh,
Anything
there's
else?
one here, I think. There you go.
A round worm.
It's a ringworm. And it becomes a worm in front of me, and she's still screaming about Winston, and she will run this way to Ruba and to quickly say, please bring him back. Talking about Winston.
Okay. Thank you.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. So she's gonna run up to here. Narratively, Cerci is going to look at Winston and just be like, "You idiot! You actual idiot!" and like hold him in like the face.
Oh no!
You idiot! And then, but then
no.
is going to see this guy, and she's gonna cast banishment,
Oh!
Detail.
like holding his face while doing that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
major image.
Yeah.
She has to make, I believe, she makes a wisdom saving throw because she may still believe it.
Yes.
It might
Yeah.
even be intelligence.
Am I thinking
Yeah.
it's an intelligence saving throw?
Let me double
And like
check.
they have to make a roll to see if it's real.
Because okay,
That's
so
what
can you make an intelligence saving throw, please, to see whether or not, even touching it, whether you believe it's real? I'm pretty sure that's correct. If,
Honestly, I'm kind of happy I failed.
16 would be
Is
the.
it saving throw?
yeah, intelligence saving throw.
11. I believe it.
You think it's real?
I think it's
Oh wow.
Can you're checking it up? Really?
Yes, I
I'm
am.
pretty sure that's right, but it'd be good to have it confirmed. Nice. And suddenly there's only one of them left.
Yeah.
The one that you've smashed
Yeah.
with some arrows.
Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it.
Okay.
A creature that uses its action to examine the image.
my hand.
I just like.
Like it's like that fun like.
It is intelligence though if you're just looking at it and
Okay,
trying to
okay.
distinguish
Okay.
it. But
So what are you doing? Because you're aware straightly that there's no physical stopping.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
it
then I'm
doesn't
like,
vanish, I don't think. You just go right through.
Well, I guess it's that first like you like that like you idiot. Why did you do this? And then like she puts her hand and she's like, you idiot.
You idiot! Oh.
Just like. Here, I guess. Just like, then I guess she's just gonna keep up the facade of like being really heartbroken.
That sounds like either a performance or a deception roll, depending upon what you want to do.
Deception.
Disgrace.
I love it that we quote that.
Of all the Lion King.
Of all the Lion King songs.
And so that's going to be a 21.
Oh, I love
I get a
it.
+9 on persuasion.
I
Oh,
love
deception. Sorry. No, sorry, not persuasion. What am I on about?
Performance?
Oh, never mind. I still got a +9 on deception.
Deception.
Okay,
it.
well,
What is
anyway.
what is the one remaining ice elemental do?
Well, Ruba goes first.
Oh.
Ruba goes first, and she completely believes it.
Dumb.
And with a wave of her hand, the other one, its icicle form, merges back with the floor.
Great.
And she says, "You are worthy."
Oh.
Frank stares dumbfounded. Yep. He can't believe it. He kind of like just drops to his knees for a second, and he's like, "Why do you?"
Nagiisa is hysterical at Ruba. She's like, this is madness. This is ridiculous. You please look what you made him do. And she's crying over Winston, and she sees Cerci there, and she's just. Yeah. I don't think she even has a hint of like, oh, Winston's faking. Like she does not have a sense. She is so naive.
So what Ruba says is, as well as dragon riders needing to be brave and loyal and strong and fast, they need to be able to put others before themselves. And so she says, have no fear. We can bring him back.
I'm gonna try and crawl onto in the same position.
Is she about to touch him?
I'm gonna I guess the image is like here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and get in the same position as I am in the image.
I want to give a help action because I want to go to Ruba and just like kind of like square her up, just being like,
Oh, get her attention.
like get her attention, being like, what a pathetic trial to put somebody through. Needing to sacrifice a friend, needing to traumatize others just to seem brave. That's not a true test of anything. And that's me trying to get her attention.
I love it. I love
Nagiesa's
it.
in the back
Very
going,
effective. Okay. Winston,
Yes.
Yeah.
deception or performance, your choice. At advantage because of Cerci.
Cerci. Okay, cocked. Okay, 4 or 7
Do you have inspiration?
plus. That's plus 8.
That's not bad.
So it's not bad. So 15.
15.
Oh,
Here we
that was
go.
actually
Here we go.
great.
Here we go.
Oh, I have this.
What's she gonna get? What's she gonna get?
I don't know. What is she gonna get?
I can't look.
13. I rolled a 10. She's got a plus 3.
Yes.
Okay.
So she moves past you. She doesn't care. She's heard so many people give so many excuses before they've died before in these challenges.
Yeah.
She comes up and Winston's there, and so with a wave of her hand, snow forms around and covers Winston. And your wounds are healed.
Oh no. Okay. After like 30 seconds, it's like completely covered in snow.
Yeah.
Winston's gonna go. I saw my grandma.
Oh my god, man!
Cersei's stifling a lot.
I can't believe you did that.
Oh, hell no.
Did we pass the test?
We did, buddy. You did real good.
Okay.
You're so brave, my queen. Why would you do that? I was ready
Okay.
to
Let's not talk about it.
Oh my god.
Let's not talk about it, please.
Buddy,
about it.
I can't believe you did that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this is
And
fine.
then Frank,
It's okay.
Frank will kind of
Okay.
we'll find a moment to kind of talk to Cerci, just like, you still have doubts about this guy? Why?
Nothing.
I'm sorry, is there something?
Why is this so
Frank will like take Cerci to a corner of the room and be like, What's your problem, princess?
No problem.
Okay, let's just.
I guess we all have different reactions to almost.
We'll talk about it later.
Later? Okay.
Nagisa's talking to Ruba, so.
And Ruba says to Winston, says, I see you as a noble dragon rider. Your stars have shone upon you. The sun, its rays. You are capable, clearly, of greatness, having passed all these tests. And among your peers, you alone have made this step for them.
I mean, I guess deathly trap tests were the winner on the day, but everyone gave 110%, and I think we all did our part with the various tests. This was just one of them.
Cersei.
Frank, who will stand up and say, This guy has gotten us through every test.
Yes, and
The strength test, he was the one that was burning himself alive trying to move the thing. And the loyalty test, he threw himself in front of me. And then in the speed test, he picked me up and teleported my stupid butt through that portal. And now he does this. Guys,
I would say it is that honestly, you sacrificing yourself in front of all of us is probably the most noblest, truest, honest thing that you
And
could
you-
have ever done.
you said that you had doubts about this guy. You said you were never going to talk to this guy again. I'm putting it out there. And he does something like this.
You're so right, Winston. I apologize for all the doubts I've ever had about you lying about anything.
Guys, can we just be happy about this moment? We have our friend back.
We can be happy. And I did do all of those things.
And you did.
Ruba, are you satisfied yet?
Ruba says, yes, I am.
I'm very modest and humble. I don't want to hear any more things about it. It makes
No,
me
she's-
uncomfortable.
She says,
Is your modesty one of the tests? Because I think you just passed another one.
Okay.
So humble.
she says, I sincerely hope that you are able to kill Kesh
Okay.
so that he cannot bond. And so this man can become the salvation of all dragon on the planet.
I would follow
Well,
you.
we are a team, and there's no I in team. My mother taught me this. And so, when one of us wins, all of us wins.
Wow. Jeez, this guy.
Okay.
And she says,
Amazing.
one of my companions, a fellow dragon rider, had weapons and armor that I think would have suited you better than my own. He had a helmet, a shield, and a sword that could blaze with flame.
Wow.
I do not have those. She leads you to the other side of the... Sorry, yes?
No.
No, it just sounded familiar. That's all. I think of a monk with a staff
Oh.
who may have the sword.
Oh.
She leads you to the other side of this.
So what else you got?
She says, I have a bow.
Oh.
I have a bow.
Oh, do you?
I do. She
I use bows. Sorry, you go.
She leads you to the other side of this square room. Waves her hand aside. A part of the wall just disappears
Whoa!
and leads you into an ancient chamber. I say ancient in that it's now kind of covered with snow drifts that have been, eons of snow drift that have come and. The bed that was probably once quite a majestic thing is just rotten rubbish in a corner. She says, "This was my chambers." And on the wall, there is a suit of elven armor with it's of leather armor, a leafy motif. There is a bow, a short bow, a beautiful short bow.
Wow, that looks nice.
And she says, "My ring is already gone. I've already given it to Kesh. He did not want either the armor or the bow. He did take my sword, though.
Oh.
I had a very large sword.
Yes. He does have a very large sword.
I'll take the bow. If
It is yours."
Frank goes to put a hand on it and he's like, he just looks around for any sort of traps
Go
or.
ahead. Investigation on it.
Yeah. Yeah, great. It's a 10.
There's no traps. Yeah, you now got a bow. This elven bow. How the bowstring has survived this length of time it's impossible. Right?
It can be done.
She says it is an enchanted bow.
Enchanted? Like, what does it do? He tests the bowstring and he listens to it.
She says this was passed on to me. Just like myself, you will need to spend time with it.
Yeah, I can hear that in the bowstring.
There is no bow you will ever find as accurate as this bow.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, there's no shooter you're gonna find that's any more accurate either. So looks like we're a match made in heaven.
I'm glad there's no test of humbleness.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh
If
boy,
there
oh boy.
was, Winston would have passed it.
Oh, come now. This is all too much. These generous gifts. Are you eyeballing this armor?
Yes, Nagiisa is studying it. She doesn't have much strong armor or anything. She looks at it and compares it to her blue adventure dress with minimal braces. And she goes, but an armor indicates a fighter or a soldier and
Or nobility.
nobility.
Yes. Among my people, suits of armor were passed down as gifts of indications of status.
You will return as queen one day, Nagiisa, so.
She thinks back to the armor that her tribe had worn and the significance of that, and she resonates with what Ruba's just said. Give me a second. And she goes behind the dressing room.
What you find something.
We find a folding screen.
Winston,
Wait, hold this towel up.
Winston changes into a human figure with big glasses and a black bob and air bass mines. He's like doom 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 doom.
Pretty woman. She comes out. Yes.
I offer you a lovely necklace and I snap it shut.
Oh, hi. So funny. I pull up my gloves. I look in the mirror. Oh, Julia Roberts.
Big mistake.
Huge.
Moral of the story:
Moral
Nagiisa
of the
takes
story,
the
yes.
leather armor. What is the story behind this armor?
Yes.
She puts an ear to it.
Yeah, it's beautiful armor that is stained green and brown.
Green and brown.
There's some leaf motifs that are been sewn into it. On a mechanics level, it's a +2
AC.
+2 leather armor, and it improves your speed by 10.
Let's go! 45!
Oh, you are an animal.
Put that on!
Jeez.
Plus
I
10.
love
2
that.
and +10.
Green
Yes.
and brown. Oh, this is gonna be.
That's real.
She's gonna
This is gonna be
freaking
harder for
fly
me to
across the
lose.
battlefield, even when she's not a bird.
Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna be easy.
Teleport? Well, I'm just gonna freaking run
Yeah,
there.
I'll just run it.
So, Ruba says, if you are looking at Winston, if
And I
you-
am.
If you are destined to be the next rider, then I willingly give what I have to your companions.
Oh, but I feel so bad. Cerci does not have anything.
And I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm alright. It suits you
Do you,
better anyway.
do you want to share this? That one day I have this, you have this?
No, you can keep it on.
Okay.
It suits you much better than
It feels-
I do. It suits your aesthetic.
It feels so strange to wear this, but How do you what do you think?
Looks great.
Yes.
Frank's trying to play songs on the bow, just with the single string.
How is this? It looks good.
Yeah, I don't even know how amazing it is, but it's very beautiful. It's very strong. You want to talk bows? You talk to elves about bows. This is good stuff. Oh boy.
I want to find a moment where these two are listening to their own stuff. Like putting the ear and putting the ear, and I want to talk to Winston.
Yes.
They want to pull a Winston aside and actually Winston.
Hello.
Though I jest about you being so noble about dying over there. I do want to thank you
What for?
for casting that spell, for putting that major image, because I would have rather have someone pretend to die than myself or anyone else in the group actually die and then get revived.
It seems we are on the same page, Princess.
Yes, and you could have killed one of us instead of faking your death.
'Cause I'm such a bloodthirsty murderer.
You could be, but you're becoming a bit more of a likable blood-sucking murderer.
Bloodsucking.
Bloodthirsty. I meant bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty. Thirsty. I meant.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there you have it. I didn't get anything either. You said there was a shield?
One of my companions
Oh, yes, that's right.
had armor that would probably have suited you better. A flame blade, a shield, and a helmet.
Oh, this is fine.
Frank hides his helmeted head under like a bed or something. He's like, well, are you sure there's no treasure under here or something?
Yeah, do it.
She says,
No, my head's under a bed. My head's under a bed.
okay, you're hiding it.
Yeah.
But she says, what will you do now? You have 2 of the crystals?
I'm sorry. I just backtrack for a second. What is your companion's name?
Arctura.
Octura.
Arctura.
Arctura even? And what were they to you? Apart from just companion?
They were
They a friend. Were they in this war as well? Or?
They must have perished between me being caught in the time spell and the present day. They rode a majestic white dragon.
Oh.
Do we know a white dragon?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Frank hides his torso underneath the bed.
I cover my headdress for a second, like just the parts with the little scales on it.
He's like, you gotta be treasure underneath this moldering bed somewhere.
Goodness.
What will you do now?
I suppose we will try and track down the final crystal that he's not in.
She says, I assume that Usha and Kesh have it.
Oh, I see.
Why?
I would assume that too.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruba, there is a crystal here?
The 4th crystal is above. Would you like to see it?
Oh, I would love to see this crystal.
So she takes you above into the open air. The outside it's still daytime, and the the bare rock. If you recall from last episode, they're like these 2 pinnacles of stone with the frozen waterfall between them. Yeah? One of those pinnacles of stone, there is a small flat area. And carved into that is a hole. And it seems to have been aligned so that the sunlight funnels into it. And looking down in this hole, you can see that the hole goes straight through and ends in snow. Snow's covering the bottom of it. But suspended between that snow and you, there are 4 beams of stone, I guess, that come together around a circular enclosure. A long circular enclosure that has exactly the same size as the crystals. And at the bottom of this kind of enclosure of stone is a clear, like it's made out of glass or diamond, a crystal on the bottom. And you can see that it is casting a single point of white light onto the snow in front of it. Do I need to paint? Have I painted that scene?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Yeah, okay.
I see. So I imagine once we have the red crystal, they would go down
And-
here and stack on top of the clear crystal.
So we are positive that when 4 crystals are, pardon me, all united, the spell is broken and the giants are released. And
What they do, these stones channel the light. These are creatures of light. The one below, she points to the glass or diamond or whatever it's, or quartz, whatever it's made of, amplifies. The 3 color stones collect the visible spectrum of light. Together, they pull all the light in the area, amplify it through the final one, creating a beam of light so powerful that it will hatch the egg. You'll need to get rid of the snow first.
How do we get the red crystal?
if this was if it was is with Osha and Kesh, then it's gone. You know, they've already beaten us to it. No, we. Okay, I know how you're going to feel about this. I look at Frank, but we go up to them. And we talk. And then we steal it. I cover my mouth.
Steal the crystal?
I don't know. It's an idea, but you know, if we take it from them, and then we will have it, right? This is how your brains work, right? This is we
What do you
create
mean you're?
I mean in the general, you're not you specifically, Winston. You are so brave, and thank you for sacrificing yourself.
Let's not talk about it.
But
You talking about some kind of crystal heist?
I mean, this is an option. I don't think that we can kill Kesh or Usha, but we can steal. As dirty as that makes me feel, we can do that. At least that's what I have in me.
Yeah, I mean it is far more possible that we can steal it rather than brute force it. We could.
But they'll keep it somewhere safe.
What is this crystal? What's the political relationship between Darby and Kalnour at the moment?
Well, when you left,
Yes.
they were enemies.
Great. Now, how would Kesh feel about a political dinner talking about an alliance between the Darby and the Kalnour?
I think you're on the right track.
Yeah, but we can make it a ruse, and then we can make it. Yeah.
But do you think they will bring the crystal with them, or
We might have to go to them.
the Darby approach Kalnour? We're going back to Kalnour.
Frank, with your time in the castle, is there any kind of treasure room or safe, secure place that he may be keeping the crystal?
The safest place for him to keep it is on him.
Then we invite them to Darby.
If it's not on him, there are a few other places it could be, but he's not stupid. He'll know that we have these two. We know that he'll have the other. We might just all need to come cards on the table.
He'll probably also know that we want the third one.
Yeah.
In which case, any word from us will start ringing alarm bells for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all at a bit of a stalemate. Kish too.
Yeah.
He won't be able to go much further without us,
Yeah.
but there's not a lot we can do without him. Negotiating? I don't know. We'd have to... I guess we have to ask ourselves, how much are we against Kish and how much... We have to be honest about how much our interests do align. We're not completely opposed, perhaps. It's an important thing to understand about this war and enemies, okay? We can't presume that our interests don't totally align. I admit the guy's an ass, okay? But we can't delude ourselves that we don't have interests in common. What do we want out of this? Do we want the time spell to be undone? Do we want dragons and giants to be back in the world? What does Kish want? Kish might want the dragons, but he might not want the giants. We've got to be a bit smarter about this and not just see these people as outright enemies. We might have to meet him.
Great. Well,
So for once, you think we should talk to him?
I think we should talk to him.
yes, we'll send him,
Nagiisa is like, wow.
There's a place to start anyway.
We can send him a dinner invitation to Darby. That'll be fun.
Okay.
And so, I think that's a great place to end. Great. And so what we're going to do, because the beautiful thing about this format of storytelling is, of course, I have no idea. They have no idea.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do in the break is we're going to have a quick powwow about where our next scene is going to take place.
Yeah.
All right?
Act 2, Kish who's coming to dinner.
Now we have to do it.
So good. Love it. Love it. Yes. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes. See you soon. We're going to show where you guys ended the previous scene and where you've gone to in the next scene. Right? So, Frozen Falls is way over here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which means much time has passed. Weeks have passed
Oh.
between then and our new scene, which takes place in the Darvi tribe,
Oh, yo.
way down there.
Yeah.
So in that period of time, you have gone out of Floating Bay, taking the ship the Mystic, around, all the way around, have gone upstream. Bit out of shot, okay. Is that better? I've gone all the way around, up this river to the town of Longpier, which you
Yes.
have visited before.
Yes.
From there, you disembarked and have moved over into the Darvi tribe, which is where you currently,
Where I currently live.
yes.
With sorry, what are the names? The two other people that were on the boat.
Oh.
The captain,
Ignatia.
and
Lysander.
Lysander. Did we split ways with them?
They're definitely going to stay with their boat. They're not going to go
Leave
with
it.
you to Darvi tribe.
Okay, that's good to know.
When we were still in the ice, I had a little convo with Ruba because that shield is speaking to me. And I asked, where would we?
Okay, let me just quickly. Did you guys took the helmet,
We took the helm.
which you're
and the
wearing.
sword.
I'll tell you who has the shield.
Who has the shield?
Anova.
Who's a Nova?
Yes.
Nova is Ronnie's character's
Friend.
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 Unrequited
Unrequited
friend.
friend. He doesn't think of her as a friend.
Okay.
He just thinks of her as an acquaintance.
Right.
No.
Okay, well, it's gone. Okay.
Frank goes.
I don't want to help my hat.
All right.
You have the helmet. I wanted the shield.
Okay.
And she sees the helmet again because
Oh.
this is we're back at that moment, still,
Yeah.
right? And she says,
I go back underneath the bed.
It's like a little cat, you know.
I've got the helmet.
And she says, do you have the shield as well?
No. So this is guy that we know, and is this girl that's kind of into him, but he's not into her, which is the weirdest scenario. She's a catch. He's a dud. Anyway, she's got the shield. We haven't seen her for ages.
I have seen many manifestations of love through my years.
I bet.
The course of the human heart is hard to predict.
And it really doesn't get as tragic as this. I'm telling you, Catch City. He's... yeah, anyway.
He sounds like a loser.
Ruba!
Wow!
Now, your words not mine.
Not loser, just inconvenient.
Yeah, extremely inconvenient.
If the wearer of the helmet also carried the shield, that would be something.
Oh, we have to find them again.
Okay.
So you say Anova was a bit of a catch?
Oh, totally. I'm not wrong, am I?
Oh, yes, she was.
No,
she
you're
was,
not wrong at all.
She was
No.
a beautiful soul. She talked lots.
Wait, like beautiful soul or beautiful soul?
Oh,
Beautiful soul.
I'm not sure what you mean by the second one, but I'm going to say both here.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's honestly, she's also extremely into other one,
Fairku.
Furku.
But only because maybe, she thinks it's the only thing on the menu. But,
Well, I guess the shield is with this beautiful soul. So,
we're going to have to find her? Okay.
and then between then and now,
Excuse me.
track her down.
Yeah. We chase her down, we try to get the shield.
No,
Going on something.
No, you
Tell Nova that she's too good for her.
I have like a week
Highest edge.
fling with Anova, and she completely gets over.
That other guy.
Yeah, and then you wake up from your dream.
They make love on top of the shield.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, hey, so one of the things about this change of story direction, which
Chibi,
I
sorry,
really
is your mic
love.
off?
Uh-oh.
It's not even plugged in.
Thank you,
All
Chad.
right, thank you, chat.
Thanks, lady.
It's live.
It's live. All right, we ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, so one of the convenient things from a storytelling point of view about this very unexpected turn of events of what you have proposed, this story going to next, is that a part of the world building is able to happen.
Okay.
Great.
Pop off, DM.
Okay.
Yay.
It means that the weeks that you take to go through the northern seas, through the river, to Long Pier, and then eventually to the Darvi tribe, means that you are only a short time away from the longest day of the year, which is a festival time.
Okay.
The longest day of the year is a time when people come together all over the plains to feast, festival, feats of strength, all sorts of games and competitions between the clans happen during this time.
Oh my god. Do we
Like an Olympics.
do we set it for that day?
We might have.
Narratively,
It,
I
makes
would
sense
love it
too.
to be.
yeah, it's kind of, and maybe we're trying to piggyback off the spirit of that day to try and like, maybe that's our strategy for hoping that this doesn't come to conflict, that that everyone leaves this day peacefully, is to put it on this day. Far out.
Yes. No, yeah. Also, I feel like Kesh is the kind of person who would try and be in these games
Yeah.
just to prove that he's
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh my
strong
gosh.
enough.
Yeah. So the plan is to invite him to the Darby celebration of the solstice.
Exactly.
Also / Olympics.
Yeah.
The Summer Games.
Oh my god.
Summer Games.
What
Love
the
this.
heck?
I love this.
What the
And
heck?
so,
I feel
our
ill.
scene opens up with this vista of not only the Darvi tribe's vast city of tents, but hundreds and hundreds of tents from other clans that have come to participate in these summer games.
Yeah, right. Wow.
It is a place where people have brought their char, they've brought wagons, they've brought food, harvest, peaches,
Yum.
cherries.
Yum.
It's this bountiful time of the year. It's a time during these games when, for a short handful of days and nights, the conflict of swords is replaced with games.
Wow.
And instead of honor and glory on the battlefield, it is found in the wrestling pits, on the archery, in the archery targets,
Yeah, wow.
the horse riding. And so, outside your tribe's vast tent city, the plain has been set. The wrestling pits, the archery targets, the horse riding areas, they've been all set up. Let us start, though, with a conversation that happened a week and a half ago when you first arrived between Golter
Oh yes, let's go.
and Cerci. For
Let's
those that
go.
are joining, that might not know, Golter is Cerci's husband. They were married for a couple weeks before she went off adventuring. So should we have that scene? That
Yes, please.
Yes,
I want to
I
see.
would love it.
I want to witness this.
How long has
You
she
guys
been
have
away
been.
for?
You guys have been away months. You guys
Yeah,
have been away 4 months.
Okay.
Okay, so tell us about how you're entering the village.
We're all like walking in, kind of just. Cerci's like, yeah, I'm here, so what? Just keep walking through. Probably I'm gonna. It's nice for me to go see my husband first, I think. So, I get, but also it'd be very advantageous for us to all have a discussion about the inviting Kesh for dinner thing. But yes, so Cerci thinks nothing of it other than just. It's like, cool, this is the next step we need to do, and I need to talk to you for it.
So as you guys are walking through, you get. I mean, there's a lot of people here already that have gathered for the games, which are starting in a little while. But you're still a fairly motley crew, right? So you get a lot of attention. But people from the Derby tribe who recognize Cerci have run off ahead. And so as you guys enter the big common meeting area in the middle, as you enter that, pass around the corner of the last tent, the door flap of Golter's tent opens, and he comes out, kind of straightening his clothes, putting his hat on, straightening his belt, clearly making himself presentable. And he blushes, because there's a lot of people that are watching. The village has come out to see what's going to happen. This warrior woman, right, has gone off for 4 months adventuring with his blessing and is now returned. And so, with all the gaze on him, he flushes. And he does the customary small, tight bow to you.
Cerci understands in this moment that we need to keep up. We need to keep up a face. Cerci, while he's kneeling, takes her hand under his chin, lifts him up, and will lean in for a kiss.
So because this kind of public display of affection didn't happen at all before, because she had a heart of ice. And so
Nothing's changed.
And has anything changed?
and he looks very pleasantly surprised, and he leans in as well, holds you, and he presses his lips to yours.
Nagiisa covers her eyes. She's seen bloodshed, but she can't stand this for some reason.
And
I do not like seeing innocent souls get hurt.
and his soft, warm lips press against yours, and you can feel his beard kind of rub up against your chin. And he disengages, and then he pulls you back again, and he says, very quietly, so you can hear, and maybe your companions, depending upon how close they are,
I'm very close.
I'm also very close.
says, I'm truly, truly glad that you have made it back.
Thank you, Galta. She turns around to everyone else, like to all the Davi people, was like, "Well, go away."
Wait, some of them do, and then some of them don't.
I think Nagiisa turns around and she starts going away as well.
Nagiisa,
Oh, yes.
not you.
Oh, okay.
I guess she's like, I need to talk, like in the most, I guess, flirtatious way. She's like, I
she
need
know
to
what
talk
that is?
to my husband. And then hopefully the rest of the people will go away at that moment.
Okay, and so most of them depart and
Yeah, you heard the princess.
Get out of here.
Hey,
horse.
Amscray.
and he says, "Nice to see you again.
And you, Galta.
Nice to see you
I
again.
shake his hand.
And it is nice to meet you."
Greetings and celebrations to you, Master Gata. I am Winston Garbage, at your service.
It is an honor to meet the companion of my wife. Please excuse us. And he leads you, door flap open of the tent, and leads you into the tent.
Do we?
Frank sees it.
Do we? I'm also. I just lean over to the other two and says, I really thought, well, mostly to Frank, I really thought that maybe she was just acting like that because she had a heart of ice, but turns out maybe she really doesn't know what love is or doesn't really love him.
Have you seen the guy?
I mean, yes.
What do you mean, have you seen the guy? He seems completely pleasant.
Oh, jeez. You probably love Furku as well. Frank will like bust the door flap open just for a moment, and he's like, "Princess, did you want us here, or you want this moment?"
You know what? I think I might have a. Okay. Perhaps it is a much needed chat that I need with my husband at the first, and then I'll call you in.
Okay,
Okay,
going
okay.
to eat.
Yeah, go enjoy the festivities.
Yeah.
That gives a carnival ride.
We go play.
Okay, great.
Hello.
Okay, and he beckons you to sit, and he grabs. He looks nervous.
Of course he is. You look as nervous as you were on our wedding day.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So cool.
Well, it's a really pleasant surprise to have you back. I felt that there was a coldness between us before, but it's reassuring to me that you've returned. And he grabs a brass cup, fills it with a cordial of elderberry like cordial, hands it to you, and says, "Finally, we can be husband and wife again."
Yes, about that.
And his face just kind of dies.
Oh, good.
Oh no, not like this.
Yes, like this.
Not like this.
Yes, like this.
Galta, I have only just got my emotions back to me.
This is news to me.
Yes. I should have told you. Someone should have told you. You know, making the deal of our marriage, that I was cursed as a child to not feel anything, any emotions at all. Galta, I just got them back. I don't know how I feel about you.
Well, that also means
Oh no.
you don't feel badly towards me.
No. If anything, I think highly of you.
This is a great start.
Yes.
Better than I was expecting.
Good. Yes. No. I do. I enjoy you being around. But you also have to realize that I don't know what love is.
I want you to show me.
I was thinking the same thing. I want you to show me. And he says, and he tentatively puts his hand towards yours. just tentatively extends his hand,
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all right.
and he says, well, perhaps we can learn together.
Oh, yuck. No, this is actually just really. I actually don't like romance.
Oh yeah.
so harsh on Coulter.
Poor guy.
sweet
He's trying.
guy.
He's trying his best. He's awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's endearing.
no, it isn't. Anyway, even you don't like it. I like that the guy is trying. All right.
Yeah, me too. I love a trier.
He's
Okay.
giving it a shot.
He's giving it a shot.
Yes. We can certainly try something.
One day at a time, perhaps.
One day at a time.
Well, you're back, and I am pleased for that at least.
Great. Now, the other thing that I was going to bring up is that we are going to invite Kesh for dinner.
Frank opens the timber and he comes in. He's like, "This sounds like the time."
Okay.
We were just listening the whole time.
You weren't leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. He says we're inviting Kesh.
Yes.
You'll need to tell me about it. And then
We
you
explain.
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 And that was
A week and a half.
a week and a half ago.
Nice.
Okay, and so we come to the present day.
The festival's in progress.
The festival is in progress.
Yeah.
The week of celebrations started yesterday.
Great.
Okay?
Cool.
The first of the wrestling bouts, the archery, and the horse riding bouts have taken place. There are a whole bunch of arranged marriages are kind of hooked up
Mazel tov.
during this time.
Oh.
When tribes can suddenly meet each other without warfare.
Yeah, true.
So chieftains of different clans are moving around. There's a lot of kind of negotiation around the kind of thing that resulted in Cerci and Coulter happening. So there's a whole bunch of kind of political maneuvering happening as a layer to the games.
So all the different tribes are here. Does that mean that Cerci's family is here too?
Yes, probably as well. Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
lovely. I liked your parents.
Oh, good.
True.
Winston,
pretty cool.
Winston is surrounded by mobs of children. He's like, okay, come, children. One, I can carry two. And two kids like, yeah. And I pick two kids up and like, let's go. And disappears and appears 200 feet in the air. It's like, it's like, okay. Come on, children.
My favorite ride.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's an amusement park right there. Amazing.
Frank just is just watching the horizon. He's just waiting for the flags, for the banners of Kalnour to arrive on the. Yeah, he likes one time he might have enjoyed like the contest and things, but now he's just waiting for the moment that Kesh arrives.
And so the army arrived. He doesn't come by himself.
No, of course.
He's got an entourage.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that Nagiisa has been trying to avoid all the tribes leaders because the last time that this wedding and marriage things was brought forward, they were all trying to impress Nagiisa, and I assume it's going to be like that again. So she's trying to swat them away, until she finds Frank, and it's like a scene with Frank and Nagiisa looking over, and the flags start arriving, and she's like, "Oh, okay, all right, they're here."
They are. Hey, princess.
Yes.
Not that he's allowed to, not that any of us can, but if things do go poorly, you gotta get out of here, all right? You're the best one who can.
Why me? Can it just be Winston? He's so brilliant, and he is really the ultimate dragon rider, as we have discovered.
Have we not?
Sure. Look, I'm not disputing.
I told him.
Okay.
On the ship, I told him.
I'm
not trying to be
He's
famous.
the ultimate dragon rider, even though he did do something deceptive.
Look, he passed all the tests as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, yeah, technically he did pass it.
But for this whole thing, you you need to keep the crystals on you. You're the one who can best get out of here, all right?
That is true.
He's not allowed to. He can't. And if he sticks to tradition, then he won't.
Okay.
But
Do we tell him that I have it, or do we just keep it anonymous and say that we have it as a collective?
we should show them to him.
Okay. All right. I think Nagiisa is scared to face Kesh. I'm trying to remember again. We've seen Kesh? Yes. Yes, we have. We have seen Kesh. He was a scary man.
Kesh is riding on a horse. Some of them are riding on Char behind, and he has an infantry delegation behind him as well. He's not taking the chance that even in this time, all the other clans are just going to ambush him and kill him.
Totally.
So he's brought a significant force with him.
Yeah.
Perception rolls. Everyone. As they ride into the outskirts.
Can I have advantage? Because at one point I am 200 feet in the air. This is the last one, children! Maybe not.
9 for me.
9.
12.
15.
Thank God.
Okay.
Someone.
Someone had to.
So, Usha in kind of human form is on a horse, a little back on his right. They're riding two abreast as they come in. Kesh is wearing the armor that you've seen him wear before, his red-stained horsetail plume fluttering on the side as the wind whips through.
Does he have the giant sword with him?
Oh, he always has the sword with him.
I know. I just want to see it because now that I see it, I'm like, that I know now. We know now where he got it from.
Yeah.
They enter, and as they enter the big clearing in the middle, it is then that Cerci sees about 4 pairs of horses back, Lualhati. They dismount from their horses.
I find Frank.
Well, I'm assuming you guys are all waiting for them.
Yeah. When we see them approach, we don't stand on the outskirts of town and say hi, right? Like we will fall back and then go into more formal.
Yeah, formal arrangements.
Yeah.
So I see this opening, the village opening, the circle in the middle where meetings of the village are held. They've come into that, and I'm assuming that Golter and Cerci, the head of the clan, the tribe, are at the front with a whole bunch of Darvi high-ranking people behind, and you guys standing behind them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lualhati gets off the horse as part of
the
Kesh's delegation.
Delicious team.
God damn.
So we just see it? Or
She's the only one that has seen it. All eyes are on Kesh.
Okay.
It's about 4 or 5 pairs of horses back. He hops down. He gives a customary bow to you and says, "Thank you for the invitation, Golter. Thank you for the invitation, Cerci."
Take a nice bow and then lift. It's like, it is customary for perhaps having a dinner with such a person as yourself.
And Golter waves, and tables are quickly brought in. Brought in and set in this opening.
Oh, okay.
And then
Public dinner.
it's gonna be
It's going to be public.
there's not a tent big enough for all of you guys.
Okay. Okay.
And then and Golter indicates for him to be seated as these tables are set in kind of circular pattern. If anyone's read an Asterix and Obelix book, at the end of an Asterix book, how the tables are all in a circle around a big fire,
Yeah.
that's what we got going on here.
That's dope.
Okay?
That's dope as.
Big fire in the middle, a big char roasting, spit roasting on it in the middle. And Golter invites
Tree.
We'll get
him to come and sit at the table with you guys.
Yep.
Where do you guys want to be in relation to this, to them?
Wait, he invites Kesh to
Kesh,
at
Gold,
the same table
at
as
the
us.
same table as himself. Gold.
Yep.
So we got head table.
Yeah.
Head table. Cerci, Golter, Kesh, Usha.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, that's head table. Where are you guys?
How far? How? What?
They're all touching each other.
But
table
like
to table.
diameter wise.
Each table is a good 4 foot meter plus.
And this side of the circle to that side of the circle.
This side of the circle to the other side of the circle, we're probably looking about 20, 25 meters.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna sit at the complete opposite side of the circle, looking straight at.
is it like a Last Supper situation where we're only on one side?
That's right.
To face all inside?
Everyone faces
Okay.
in. No one's back is to anyone.
That's fair, and I'm just clarifying, yep.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. We're being super granular.
It's like, this is important.
Yeah. Frank will be at the next table closest to Cerci. The only person that he would allow to be closer is Nagiisa.
Yeah. I cast message to Frank and tell him about little Hati being close by.
And Frank goes, "Damn it!
Shots.
You little scamp."
Can I see this little interaction going on?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna just try and get Frank's attention with my eyes.
And then Frank will scan the circle. Does he see little Hati?
Do I see Lualhati?
Well, these guys see it first because they're looking, but you can probably see that something weird is going on between these guys and follow. And she is, she has not been given one of the seats at the table,
Okay.
but she is among the throng
Yeah.
that are standing behind
Frank.
on the right hand side. Okay, so let's do clock, so we understand the layout.
Sure.
Winston Garbage is at 12 o'clock.
Great.
Head table is at 6 o'clock.
I might
Great.
actually paint
Okay.
this.
You dig it?
Got it.
Head
She is sitting behind people at around 3 o'clock.
Okay.
3.
Head table, and she is at 3 o'clock.
Standing behind people.
Frank will
Wait,
will
where are you guys again?
we're at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Frank will look over at 3 o'clock, bulge his eyes, and kind of nod.
And then Nagiisa, seeing, because you're sitting right next to Frank, you see that Frank's doing weird things, making eye contact, and then you see Track, and there's Lualhati.
I try and get her attention.
Oh, she's looking at you.
And I look at her. And
She's got a insight roll, please.
okay. Oh. Natural 1.
It's hard to tell it's hard to read her from where you are.
Little gestures with my hands. I'm like,
Frank,
looking at
with his
away.
free hand underneath his crossed arms, will hold Nagisa's hand, and gently, he says to Nagiisa, she is foe, not friend.
She's my friend still. I know she's wronged us. When you had a disagreement, but she has to have some good inside. I know the real Lualhati.
It's not a matter of good and bad.
And I look back at Lualhati real quick and then avert my gaze. And
then Frank will look over at her and kind of.
oh,
Do you want to make an insight roll as well?
I would love to. No, not that one. 19.
Whoa.
Okay. It's a look of pure hatred. But wait, and it's not just towards you. Her eyes also move over to Nagiisa as well. Back and
Okay, as Frank.
she is fuming.
As Frank is holding Nagisa's hand, he says, "You do not go to her. You do not try and make amends. You do not ask for forgiveness. You do not forgive her. If you go to her, Nagiisa, you will die.
She just makes that noise.
Winston is like staring, like watching this interaction. And if you were at the head table and you see the flames of the bonfire, Winston's going to stand up and the flames like, and then as he moves off, you lose sight of him. And I'm casting invisibility on myself, like incognito.
Yeah.
And I'm going to walk over to behind Lualhati, and I go, do not make a sound. Do not make any kind of hubbub at all. Just leave the group and speak with me several meters over here behind this tent.
Are you going to try to kill me too?
I will not. I just require your ear for 1 second.
She steps backwards and does as you suggest. And she kind of pushes her way through the crowd, which is packed in, shoulder to shoulder. So, I mean, you got to follow her pretty closely to, as she pushes her way through into the clearing.
Okay. And as we like go behind the tent, I appear. I go, so what are you doing here?
She says, well, after your team tried to have me killed, it wasn't sufficient to just leave me on the island, but to try to kill me.
What is this?
Don't be stupid. I know everything.
Really?
Ignatius came, tried to murder me in the night.
Okay.
I know that Frank sent him.
I see. And what are you hoping to achieve by being here?
Well,
Hi.
I think, in our studio, Siri is talking to us.
Oh, no, Siri.
No, Siri.
Siri down.
Anyway, let us get back to this.
Yeah.
She says, I have been betrayed, and I need to know whether Nagiisa was part of it.
Let me refresh your memory. You attempted to steal our crystals. Did you not?
I did.
You
And
did.
I've
That's
explained
it.
it before.
No
We
more.
don't need to talk
That's
about
it.
this anymore.
You attempted to steal
Oh,
our
you are
crystals.
so
You
pig-headed.
attempted to steal our crystals.
Yes, and I paid the price.
And you paid the price.
But murder was not the price.
If you had successfully stolen our crystal, who's to say we would not have all been murdered ourselves? I mean, things were done. Some things, regrettably,
Was Nagiisa part of it?
I do not believe she was.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Well, you have your answer.
I don't have my answer. I don't trust you at all.
If you do anything,
You are a
if you
slippery
do
eel.
anything, Rulhati,
You'll what?
to put the life of the princesses or Frank in danger, murder will be the least of your worries.
She says,
Ice cold.
I'm not afraid of you at all.
There's your first problem.
Oh!
And I disappear. I'm face stepping away.
Okay.
I go back to the table. Had to nature call. I'm sitting between like two giants. Hey, you know you got to do what you got to do.
Lovely.
So Golter stands up and says, welcome, emissaries from Kalnour. Welcome, Emperor Kesh. We're both very glad that you've made the journey to join us in this time of peace in the summer games. Let us feast and talk and share these moments of peace together. He takes a cup and says, a toast to health to us all. And raises a toast and goes to toast to the people at the table.
Hey.
And then he sits down, and the moment he sits down, Kesh says to him and to you, Cerci, what is this about?
I believe we have something that you want, and I believe you have something that we want.
He looks past you to Frank and says, hello, Frank.
Cash.
I don't say it's good to see you again, but you've proven your worth. That I'll give.
I would like to think that I'm nothing if not valuable.
No one's ever disputed that.
I thank you, Kish.
Right, what do you have?
We have 2 of the 3 crystals.
Okay.
We believe you have 1.
Okay.
Great. You know what? Being out here in public is not the best idea. We should not talk about war on the first night of the Summer Games. We should talk about war on the second night of the games.
So let us eat in peace, and then and have a private conference.
Yes.
Bring nods.
Okay. Plates are brought out. Meat is carved off of the spit roast char and brought to all the tables. Some flatbreads, some bulgur wheat, salads, a whole bunch of things. There's this peach cobbler that's a whole bunch of peaches this time of year is spread out. There's a big feast. Is there anything else that you're planning on doing in this feast before we move to the next scene?
Not do specifically, but Nagiisa is not eating, and I think she's slowly breaking down because in the table just over there with Kesh is Usha, who destroyed her tribe. And she cannot look over at her or anywhere because she's just getting all these flashbacks to the moment her tribe was destroyed. She even looks at Frank, or just, well, not in the eye, but Frank, I cannot do this.
You can. Don't worry.
I cannot.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to sit here. You eat some food. Here, there's some vegetables. Here's some vegetables. Here.
I'm not hungry.
It's all right. Is there much like seat moving as the night goes on?
Oh yeah. As the evening relaxes, a lot, because among all the people that are here, a lot of them are still wanting to hook up their princes and princesses.
True.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So as things relax and people start having a couple more drinks, people get up, they go to the toilet while someone else has gone to the toilet, their seat is filled by someone else, and before you know it, it's loud, there's hey! And then before you know it, arm wrestling.
Yeah, great.
Arm wrestling comes out, and people start putting informal wagers on things.
Get him, Dad!
As the seat maneuvering happens, and people are exchanging seats, Frank finds a moment to sit next to Usha.
Oh,
okay.
whoa!
Usha looks down at you. And goes, I could smell goblin stench as I came in. I was hoping it wasn't.
And Frank will grab like a nice big juicy plate of meat, and he'll pick it up and he'll start like chewing on it and like savoring like the juices, and then it spills down his front, and he will like suck his fingers, and he says to Usha, he's like, whoever would have thought, Usha, you and I eating at the same table.
She gets up
Yes.
and says, I will never sit with you.
Oh, bullshit. You barely touched your asparagus.
And she flicks it in your face.
And then he would hit him, and he'll be like, that tastes delicious, and he'll heartily chomp it down and just
This is too much for her. She wheels around on you, pure fury on her face.
Yeah.
And she reaches out to grab you.
Right.
Frank will let her grab me.
She grabs you. She's strong.
Yeah, for sure.
She picks you up.
Yeah.
Brings you close.
Yeah.
Smells you. And throws you over the table into the center.
And then Frank will kind of skitter across the table and into the middle of the circle, and then he will kind of land there, and then he'll look around at everyone else right at the table and be like, "Hey, don't worry, friends, we're having a good time. This is a very old friend of mine, so." Don't worry. And you know that no one would come to blows at a day like this, So don't worry. And then he will kind of dust himself off, and he'll sit back next to Nagiisa now.
Okay. Nagiisa goes,
God, it's a shame.
You are crazy.
He's like,
Why would you do that to her?
because it felt amazing.
What if she just burns the whole tribe down now?
She can't.
She's dragon. She can do anything.
She could, but not without severe repercussions. Even dragons have their limits. Look at all the soldiers.
I look around.
A lot of soldiers.
She could, but it's in nobody's best interest. If something kicks off here, we're all dead.
Okay. I still think that
Are
was
there any-
unwise.
Are there any trees in the vicinity?
Why, yeah, of
an
course.
eye shot of the fire.
Yeah. What
Okay,
was
Winston's up a tree,
going to- Okay.
and he sort of walks over to the fire, and he's sort of gonna nestle into the elbow of one of the trees, and he goes, and his sword appears, and then his eyes turn white, and he's trying to call on his lady. He's like,
The tree around you, to everyone else who would be seeing, seems the same, but to your consciousness, you're in the Golden Lands. The days are long, right? These days are long. So even though this is an evening feast, it's approaching the height of summer. These are very long days now. And so that golden hour is also very long. That time of the crossing of the worlds is almost at its closest.
True.
Approaching the longest day. And so, to your consciousness, you find yourself in the Golden Land. She looks up at you in that tree and says, "What on earth are you doing up there?"
"Greetings, my lady. I have something to show you if you would like to see."
And she goes sinuously, I don't know if that's the right word, but she kind of snakes like vines. It turns into vines around the trees and then reforms next to you. These vines reforms into this woman next to you. It says, "That's why you're there. Show me."
And Winston's like, "Here." And we want to get a vision of the feast. And I point at Kesh, like, "I believe this man is our greatest enemy.
He looks like nothing.
He wields powerful magics, my lady. He leads a great army."
Deception is key in all military campaigns.
Indeed. Not only does he wield powerful magic, but I believe he has the dragons in some kind of influence. His grip on them is strong.
Okay. When is he weakest?
I can only imagine that he is weakest, as are most mortals, when he is sleeping, when he is unarmed. As you say, he is just a man.
We are preparing. Preparations are advanced.
Very good, my lady.
What?
Almost like, I shall take my leave and rejoin the feast.
A boon first.
Oh, if you see fit.
You have done well. I haven't even had to remind you about the children. And she, her hands turns to vines, and she places on them, and the vines snake around, and little thorns come out and go into your neck. Give yourself 20 temporary hit points.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
And she says, I know what to do now. You have been a faithful servant.
My lady. I shall take my leave.
Okay.
And then hey, where's these drinks at?
Now, is there anything else of significance that we want to do during that feast before we move on to our next scene, the conversation with Kesh?
No.
No? Okay. So let's move on to that scene, so that we find you the next day. The next day.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you want it to be? You can be out in the lands around. You can be in Golter's tent with armed guards around it. You can be where would you prefer?
In a
We fill in the golden tent?
Yeah.
small place
Yeah.
where a dragon cannot pop up.
Yeah, just tape us on one side, them on the other, or like, just face to face, everyone cards on the table, nice and intimate.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a large yurt.
Great.
Okay, it's a decent size because it's the one for the head of the Darvi tribe. And like in other tribes, there's the head seat that Cerci and Golter are sitting on. Yeah? And then there's the mat in front that when people come, they prostrate themselves in front on when they wish to speak. Yeah? So you guys are all there when Kesh, followed by Usha, just the two of them, enter the tent. Kesh and Usha both do the niceties of going to the rug and going down on one knee and then standing up. And he says, Golter says, welcome. Kesh, welcome, Usha. He turns to you, Cerci, and says, go ahead.
Great. Sitting up from the chair, she's also going to kneel on the rug, like basically just equalizing everything. And Cerci's just like, let's start with the discussion of what do you want, and then what do we want. Let's start there. So, Kesh, what is your intentions and what do you want?
I want the crystals. It is my destiny. History of the last 6,000 years have led to the point of me getting those crystals and becoming the Lord of all dragons. Insight roll, please, guys.
Yeah. Come on, baby. 16.
15.
17.
13.
I will. Nope. 16.
13.
You guys got three other than Winston. Everyone got above 15, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
As he says this, become Lord of all dragons. There is definitely a darkening of Usha's brow.
Yeah.
A darkening.
Scowl.
Yeah.
Not as in, not metaphorically speaking.
No, I went there too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
a new skill.
Sorry, I won't be poetic from now on. And he says, everything has led to the point of me having this. I can offer you power, influence, riches, but I will have those crystals. I will fulfill my destiny.
May I?
You may.
Will you resume the war against the giant folk if the dragons, if you use the crystals and free the dragons?
And were there three options? Defeat, stalemate, victory. I've only ever known victory. Right. I will destroy them utterly. I am to be the ruler of this land. End of statement.
Okay.
I move to Frank in a non-threatening way, and I lean down and whisper, "Ask him what he's going to do as ruler." I get back up and I edge back to the corner.
When you roll Kalnour, what is the land that you imagine?
He points to Cerci and Nagiisa and says, "These people, barbarians, they're savages, constantly fighting, bickering, slaughtering each other. My own life bartered away by my own uncle for some political advantage. These people have no decency. They know only one rule, which is to rule or be ruled. I will stop those practices. Already, the forces that I command already are more civilized than any of these tribes. And beyond, the corruption that exists in Ragasi over the mountains. Arumia is a mess.
This is new to Frank.
There is need of one who can stabilize. I follow a simple rule. You're either part of my army or you're dead. So, I offer you all generous positions within my force. You've proven yourself time and time again. You've even tricked Usha, which is an impressive feat. You've evaded me 2 times.
As he says, it's an impressive feat. Frank will try and make sure that Usha sees him go.
As he's talking, when we leveled up, I got to reshuffle my invocations, and I took the ghostly gaze invocation, which lets me see through walls
Oh,
up to 30 feet. And so while he's talking, my gaze is gonna around the tent, just to I'm trying to look outside the tent just to see if anything is going on out around us,
Yeah, sure.
don't see.
Yeah, great.
Fantastic.
Okay, cool. 30 feet? You say 30 feet?
I can see through
Yep.
things at a distance of 30 feet.
Yeah, great.
And then beyond it, surely.
And then beyond it with my normal sight.
Yeah.
Oh, dig it. It doesn't mean that you have a 30-foot
Oh, yeah.
circumference. It doesn't mean just that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like if
Well-
the wall isn't within 30 feet, you could.
So what you see is there's the ring of Darby forces, right? They're on high alert,
Yeah.
right? Because there's another ring of Kalnour forces around them,
Yeah.
Oh God.
right?
Yeah.
They're all facing each other,
Yeah.
waiting for something.
Yeah. Okay.
And there is a shadow right against the tent of Lualhati, who is right up against the tent. That's what you see, buddy.
Okay.
So he says, you say you've got 2 of the crystals.
Yes. Shall we talk about what we want and our intentions? See, what we would like is.
I'm not sure it's that important, but okay.
This is a political discussion, Kesh, if you don't mind. What we would like is peace with all the lands, the people to return back to the places they've been displaced from that you have taken over, and for no one to die.
Well, I think we can do this. You give me the crystal. The tribes come under my control, and they don't die.
I go to Cerci and I whisper, tell him that he has a history of killing people, so this is very contradictory. And I go back.
You do have a history of killing people.
I've said my rule. I live by a simple code. I establish order amongst the barbarism. If they don't want to join me, they don't have to.
Yes.
It's quite simple.
Did you not think the use of this one, and he points at Osha, just a little heavy-handed?
He says, she is a valuable ally.
Also, a part of the I feel like another thing, a part of the negotiation would actually be that all dragons would be free from your rule.
What is it? Ooh.
He says,
How would that feel?
he says, it feels like you're overstepping your bounds because you are not a dragon, and I don't think that you can speak for them.
Usha, how do you feel about that?
Winston's going to stand up real quick and please forgive me, but I believe our conversation, and he's going to move around the tent to the shadow, is not for our ears. And a dagger appears in his hand. It's like, only. And he's going to pull in the
Fantastic.
shadow and throw it, whatever it is, onto the ground and into the tent.
Great. Okay. So the way cool. I'll show you what. If we just quickly have if you can pull the camera on this to show you the way that they work is they have a lattice inside them.
Okay.
Right. So you can do it still, but you're gonna have to probably break some of the tent in the process. As long as you're open to that.
It'd be fine.
I'm going to break it.
Okay. Great. So slash through the lattice, reach in, boo. Okay. Sneak attack. Well, surprise.
Surprise attack.
Surprise attack because
Advantage?
advantage.
14. 14. And just Dex, 17.
Nice.
Yeah, you grab Lualhati,
Yeah.
pull her in, swoosh, and she tumbles on the ground and comes up, pulls out a blade.
I say, Emperor Kesh, is this one of your delegation?
More of a consultant.
I was not aware that consultants listened and consulted from beyond the wall.
was I.
Very good, my lord. I'm going to go back to behind and at our side of the tent.
I look at Lualhati to get a gauge on how she's looking. Like, is she embarrassed or that she's been caught, or does she
Indignant is probably a closer.
indignant? Yeah, I try and make eye contact with her.
She makes eye contact. She's pretty hard to read at the moment. She's got a very straight face. Kesh says, I believe in fast conversations. This is taking too long. He pulls out the other crystal. Places it on the ground in front of him. He sits down on the ground, places it in front of him, and then gets his huge sword and rests it on his knees. Proof. I've got this word. Proof. Show me you've got the other two.
I can feel, Nagiisa feels the stares from her companions and takes it out from her pack. And when she lifts it up, you can see that her hand is trembling as she's presenting them. And she keeps her gaze down.
Winston holds like this side of her hand, like keep it steady.
The other one.
Oh,
Okay. And
what a beautiful
he
image.
says, do we have a deal?
There's more to this picture. Are you familiar with the prophecy, Kesh?
Tell me about it.
5 riders.
Tell me this prophecy. No, I don't.
You don't know. 5 riders at the beginning or the end?
You can see him looking around the room, kind of doing mental arithmetic, counting people in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't know.
And so he says, from whom did you hear this prophecy?
No one. We read it.
What did you read it in?
The giants wrote it down, and a pillar lost their time. They have seers. Did you know this?
He says, yes. There's one of them, a child of prodigious power, who has escaped my grasp.
I see.
Jostling.
If how much of a threat do you perceive these giants to be? Be honest, Kesh. I know you say you can defeat them. And
Let me paint a picture.
Sure.
Beings 15 foot tall, impervious to flame, impervious to lava, somewhere underneath the ground. It would take an army to defeat a handful of them. We know from the legends they despised all of us. From the north, even taller, blue-skinned monstrosities storming from the north with no love of us. They know that we partnered with the dragons in the past. They will have no compulsion about killing us again. The alliance, the old alliance, and he looks to Usha, that we have had, is the only way for both dragons and us people to survive.
While he's talking about the giants, is there any way for me to intuit? He seems to have a healthy respect for them. I want to see if I can intuit just exactly how he feels about them with insight. Okay, and I will use inspiration. 22.
Okay.
Nice.
It's clear he has a genuine respect of Usha.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
When he was turned to her, there was no dissimulation, no kind of feigning or insincerity.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Everything he's talking about, he clearly sees. There's no falsehood in him talking about the giants being a threat.
Yep. Okay.
And certainly the picture of hordes of 17-foot fire impervious, axe-wielding things pouring through is a frightening image.
Then why not? Why not cast the crystals to the wind or hide them, do whatever it may take to ensure that neither the dragons nor the giants wake in this world again.
Oh.
A sly smile comes onto his lips, and his voice drops. 5 riders. When someone bonds with a dragon, they gain the immortality of the dragon. 5 riders.
Hearing that, Nagiisa looks over at Winston, just because he's probably the closest to her, and like in her head, she's like, "This dumb bitch." he's so cocky. Like she's been scared, but like that moment, like she just saw instant like, "Ooh, I won't hide mighty," but like she knows what the prophecy
Actually,
portrayed, and he thinks it's him.
it's not.
Pardon me. Yeah, she just goes.
When Winston's mind, he was like, take the crystal. And I look at Cerci and go, huh?
Huh? Oh.
And I quit and go,
Oh no.
It seems that we're in an impasse, Kesh.
Yeah.
Destiny unfolds onto each of us.
Then perhaps we travel together. Perhaps we travel together. We take the crystals. You take yours. They're not yours. They don't belong to you. The 2 crystals that you have, I take this one. Let us meet back at the frozen palace of the dragons.
That's a trip.
And let us just see what transpires, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that might just be the way we do it.
I have a request.
Oh, yeah.
There are 4 of us. You have an army. I request we travel, 4 of us, 4 of you.
He says, very cocky,
Of course.
I don't need an army. You're competent.
Oh.
Extremely so. But I don't need an army.
Just a dragon. Frank will laugh. I think him and Kesh have shared many laughs in the past. With the times that Kesh deigns to laugh.
Yeah.
And Frank laugh.
Says, and he acknowledges you and he says, no ruler, no matter how powerful, can rule by themselves. We all need our allies. Isn't that right, Usha? And she nods, her yellow dragon eyes, looking around you, and you're aware that kind of, with attention being brought onto her, she's been scrutinizing all of you as you've been going, as you've been doing this. And he says, after the games, we travel.
After the games, we travel.
Well, a lovely discussion between all of us, I would say. Shall we all go back to our tents
Prince, I apologize for interrupting you, Princess, but there was one last order of business.
Oh, yes.
And he grabs Lil Hati by the scruff of the neck and throws her on the ground. He's like, my lord, I am sure this is well beyond pleasantries here. Would you care to take care of this spy, or would you like me?
He says, she is an interesting one.
My lord, he, uninvited, was listening at the wall of our negotiation tent.
This is true, this is true.
Oh,
This is
you,
true.
you
She
could
jeopardized all of our lives.
bound her. Put her in a prison or a jail cell. Tie her and cover her mouth.
My lord, I trust you will make the right decision. And makes his hex blade disappear and steps back to the line.
She looks at you, Nagiisa, and says, were you working with Frank when he paid Ignatius to kill me?
He what? I look right at Frank.
I'll take that as a no. Kesh says, this is quite amusing, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Frank, you did not do this. Cerci,
It was just me, Lohati.
And Ignatius.
I paid him a lot of money.
And I would have paid him more.
He was... Yes, well, I have some powers of my own,
Yeah, you demonstrated that.
and so if it makes you feel any better, he sincerely believes that he was successful.
I believe that too.
And I think all of you will let me go. Wisdom saving throws.
Is this a charm effect?
This is a charm effect.
I have advantage. Is this asleep?
No.
Okay, cool.
I have
is-
advantage too because I'm a hell.
Trying to charm.
Wait.
I'm an elf.
Sorry. Counterspell.
Counterspell.
Trash elf.
Yeah.
I wanna.
Goblins.
Can I counterspell it in 4th level?
Yeah, well, she's casting it. She's upcasting it to her maximum
Oh, okay, great. That would be.
to get as many as she can in the counter spell. I'm not in the
If customer
command.
Naughty little Hati.
If customer make an ability check using spellcaster ability, DC 10 plus spell level. On a success, the creature is. So I make the check.
Yeah.
Cool. I haven't needed to do
Against
it.
whichever level it is, plus 10.
Great.
You ready for this? You want to know what you need?
Yep.
You need a 14.
Okay.
Well, it's 4th level, so hopefully.
Come on.
Inspiration.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey! 17.
So she says, let me go. You can tell there's some magic going on, and then straight away, it's gone. And then Kesh says, I do not tolerate anyone trying this trick. Picks up his sword. Picks up his sword. Stands up and strikes. Whoa! Go ahead. Initiative.
Frank is gonna die for Nagiisa and pull her out.
Three-way initiative.
I'm also, as Kesh is gonna slice, I lunge forward and hex blade
Lohati?
Okay, you're joining the initiative order as well?
I've done an action, I can't.
Okay, so I've got 2 dice here. I've got Kesh solid red, Luahati transparent. Everyone that's doing something, initiative. Go.
Come on, babe.
inspiration.
How many inspirations do you guys have?
We're just
I
trying to
got
go.
one.
Oh, I have one more.
Okay.
Get it. Ooh, that's pretty good.
I got Luahati got a 17.
14.
16.
What'd you get?
13.
And what did Kesh get?
At 11?
Oh,
What's his dex?
So his plus is not a +6. So he doesn't beat Luahati. Luahati gets to go first.
Yes.
Wow. She tumbles. She dives through the hole
Yeah.
Oh no! She's just gonna cast. She's gonna cast invisibility.
Nice. Yeah,
and then she's gonna scamper. And then she's gonna run.
Yeah.
Every attack on her is at disadvantage. You can still make your attack, but it's at
I
disadvantage.
don't even know. I don't think we can.
Yeah, because you know where
okay.
she was.
Okay, cool.
That's the only reason why.
But Nagiisa is held by Frank, is that right? Because you're
Yeah, Frank as the weapons fly, Frank is just he's gonna grab Nagiisa and then pull her
Well,
back
I think
from this.
yes.
Do you want to be held?
No.
Then you need to make an unarmed athletics attack.
I am mad at Frank.
You have to
Yes.
make an opposed athletics or acrobatics. Your choice.
14.
13.
I shove him off me.
No! you were next in the initiative order. What are you doing?
And then I try. And then seeing that Nagiisa, not Nagiisa, Luahati is gone. She stands up and tries to she just stands up and is like backing away from everyone around the room with her hands, staff out, hand out. And she says, stop this right now. That's my action. I just try and stop everything.
And I was wrong. Kesh should have gone first. Anyway.
Oh, 3 attacks.
He gets 3 attacks around.
Oh,
He actually
God.
gets 4. But he's going 3 for now.
Yeah, sure.
They're all at disadvantage, but here we go. Ready. Attack number 1 at disadvantage strikes.
Yeah.
Who is he striking?
Hattie.
Okay.
The ground where Luahati was. He's just swinging at where she was.
Oh, jeez.
Hits twice.
But that was a nat 20.
Disadvantage.
Sorry, I was like, oh.
16 plus he hits 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So do we just see, is the blood invisible too?
The moment she, maybe.
The moment she's hit, she
she's
should
hit.
come back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So she gets hit 3 times by the blade. I mean, guys, she's gone.
Yeah.
She's gone. She's dead. There's no denying it. She is completely. She is sliced into. The first blade brings her up. The second blade rakes across her back. The third one across her torso.
I think Nagiisa screams.
Yeah.
Like it's the most haunting, like blood-curdling scream that I will save our audience from right now.
Yeah.
She's screaming, and she looks right at Kesh and says, "What have you done? She did not. You didn't have to do that."
Frank will grab Cerci and he'll look at Kesh and he'll say, "You two need to leave this tent right now and show everyone that you are safe. Otherwise, this is about to be a bloodbath."
Yeah, he's right.
He is right.
Real quick, because
Yeah.
Winston lunged and right opposite Kesh, and now like Luahati's blood. He's gonna stand and go. My lord.
So Kesh and you
I take my hand out. I was like, shall we?
and Golter as well joins you, and you guys go out. And Luahati is but of course, even when the grievous wound, she has the last couple of seconds as she coughs and splurts, and there's just blood everywhere. And she just kind of.
Nagiisa goes to Luahati's body, and she's holding her, and she's hysterical, and she says, "Why did you let it happen, Frank? Why did you want to kill her?" And she's shouting at Kesh, "You get out of here!" and all that stuff. As she's holding, and she's covered in Luahati's blood.
And then the death rattle, and she's gone.
She's angry, and she's frustrated, and she's crying, and she's holding. You just see Nagiisa holding and howling as she's like rocking back and forth with Luahati in her arms. Yes, that's what you see.
Winston, see, it feels very sorrowful that Nagiisa is feeling this. Then turns to Frank and goes, "She is not built for war," and then leaves the tent.
Oh God.
And as Cerci, Golter, and Kesh go out, good call, Frank. Very good call. Sudden screams and fighting in the tent. There's like a collective from the warriors on both sides. And that's where we'll finish our episode for the day.
Gosh, epic.
Oh my god. Hang on. I'm just gonna put
God.
that. Frank
Oh my god, you do horrible things.
is he cannot be trusted. Like my Mean Girls moment in my burn book. Frank.
Frank.
Oh jeez, yeah. Oh boy.
He's a liar. Cannot be trusted. Explicit.
Thanks for joining our adventure, guys.
Oh,
Great to have you
geez.
with us. Thanks so much, guys. It's a real joy. Hey, if you're new to our show, if you're just joining us for the first time, please do consider hitting us with a sub if you're over on YouTube or a follow over here on Twitch. It doesn't cost you a single cent, and it helps our channel grow. We really appreciate it. That's been a lot of fun today.
Oh my gosh.
Dramas and plotters.
Yes.
Brother.
So much.
All the
Yes, very
plots.
lots of
Don't do it.
intrigue today.
Oh jeez.
Don't throw it.
Luhati dead again.
Yeah. For real.
Gotcha for real this time.
For real.
For real.
There's your proof.
I got to twist the knife in a little bit.
Hit the screw.
I love it that she always tries to charm, and it just does not
That's
work.
where
That's what she's got going, though.
Yeah.
That's what she's
That's
got.
where
right?
Nagiisa
That
learned it
absolutely
from, I
makes
think.
But
True.
Ignatius didn't. He
Yeah.
didn't have those kind of.
Yeah.
Where did you get the hair from?
Probably just from her.
She cut it off
He
herself.
just, he just
probably.
Yeah.
did it. Oh, and he got paid for it? Oh,
Well,
he got
he-
scammed.
Yeah.
You know what? He
I
thought
know.
he did. He thought he did.
Yeah. I
She's
was.
dead now.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah.
late than never.
It's led to her ultimate demise.
He certainly has.
Shouldn't have been snooping about.
And you seeing her, oh my gosh.
yo.
You
Lord.
X-raying the tent.
Okay, Superman.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks to all our show wouldn't exist without these wonderful companies that we partner with and people that help support us.
BD&D. BD&D is a nerdy store here in Aotearoa, up there in Wellington. They have all of the nerdy essentials that you could possibly desire, could possibly want, could possibly snoop around in a tent behind to hear more about. They've got plushies, they've got board games, they've got Magic the Gathering cards, they've got minis and mini paints, and they've got D&D books and other TTRPGs for you to try out. And if you end up wanting to purchase something from them, which I believe you should, we have a 10% discount with them. So put in our code Dice Legenz with the NZ at the end on the promo box to let them know that we love them and that you love them back.
Heck yeah. Hey, if you hate the feeling of betrayal by your party, why not curl up and wallow with your brand new pretty dice that come up
We wouldn't betray you, Riley.
Oh, yes, I know you would give me crits.
There's so many crits being mean.
Thank you, D20 Collective Dice. I need more of you guys. Hey, maybe if I get the September dice, I'll feel much better. And I can get you guys at a pretty good discount too if I put in Kiwi Legends.
Kiwi Legends.
Oh, thank you, D20 Collective Dice. You'll never hurt me.
Well, hey guys, in all your infinite plotting, you might well be deciding, oh, hey, I did what had to be done. You might be also dreaming up a brand new world, and you should put that world in World Anvil. It's the ultimate online tool for stirring your world setting, whether you play D&D or any other TTRPGs. They don't mind which. Maybe you're a fantasy author or a sci-fi author. You can put all that information in World Anvil. You should check their website out if you haven't recently, because they've spruced it up and it's worth another look. So yeah, check them out. Our friends World Anvil.
A huge discount.
Oh, there is still a big discount as well. Awesome. You can get 51% off if you use
Psychotic.
the following code.
The code, which is I can't remember
forgot
either.
It's Dice.
Dice Legends.
Dice
isn't it? There we go.
Legends.
Dice Legends.
Yes, use Dice Legenz to get 51% off your annual subscription.
Uni, mate.
And yeah, then it just becomes crazy good.
Yeah.
Mate, that's over 0.5%. Over 0.5%? Over.
Yeah, that's over half. a
That's
percent.
over half
Well
a
over
percent.
half a
That's
percent.
that's way more than 0.5%. Enjoy.
Do you know what I enjoy?
What?
Our patrons.
Oh my god, yeah, me too.
I enjoy your generosity so much. It helps us keep the lights on. It helps us really get to business.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you want to check out how, you're asking yourself, but James, how do I become a patron?
Yeah.
Good question. You head on over to patreon.com. It's free to sign up. Free. That's great. Just come sign up. There are also 3 simple tiers, and each tier gets you closer to the business end, the creative heart of our little show here. So check it out, patreon.com. Love you all patrons. Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you. And last thing I want to plug at the moment is we're only 11 days away from launching our very first
11
Kickstarter, which
days.
for a brand new YouTube series called The Bards of Aratai.
Yeah.
Head over to the link there. Once it goes live in 11 days, we're really hoping for people to pledge straight away, because when you pledge within the first 48 hours, we're giving some free maps to people as a free little bonus, little dangling. It's going to be, yeah, that's the fish hook. Anyway.
I thought it was a bell.
Anyway, head over there. It's going to be a really, really fun series. The principal filming's all done, and this Kickstarter pays for the post-production, like special effects and music, extra music and all that kind of business. That's super cool. Last thing, thanks to our moderators, thanks to our tech team, which is just Jason today.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Guys, thanks so much. All right. We'll see you on the other side of the credits. Kakitiano. See you later, guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye.